This is going to be a video to myself, um, an important video to myself, because a lot of things have come uh, more on my attention than as far as certain traits that I've picked up uh, over the years, uh, growing up around narcissists. You know, they were all I ever knew, and they were all I've ever seen for the most part. And I considered them normal because they were all I've ever saw. You know what I mean? Uh, and they were just like the people on television as well. So I saw them as normal as the people on television, the actors. You know what I mean? So a part of me was like um, wanting to be like them or copy them or be this perfect uh, individual like they portrayed, in the movies and in um, the characters my parents portrayed, um, that wasn't a real authentic person, like I desired this non-vulnerable, uh, perfect thing that couldn't be harmed like they do. But I realized that um, I still have a lot of the traits uh, that they have, um, that I have to overcome and be honest with myself. And because when you're hanging out with empaths, like being around real empaths, like I've been around, they'll point out your flaws and stuff. Trust me, like they will. And like I already knew I wasn't like all the empaths, but I didn't know where I fit in. You know what I mean? Like I've always felt like I was in between two worlds, like the world I left behind, the narcissist world, and then like the empath world I'm coming into. So I'm like right in the middle of the two worlds. So like I'm trying to become an empathic person, like I'm pretty sure I am, or I will be eventually. I will eventually care about people uh, for real, like in real life, and I think I'm feeling it for, finally my heart has been softened to that point of I actually can care and feel it, I don't know, because my heart did go dark, cold, for so long, and I think I did that for survival reasons, um, because I wasn't shown love most of my life. I was shown harshness, brutality, violence, so that's kind of what I was blocking my heart from, or my heart became bad, kind of, not bad, but like used to the bad. Does that make sense? Like I was surrounded by bad, so like I just adapted to it, adapted to survive, um, because when you're around these people so much, you have to adapt to survive, but in the end, I didn't really survive. In the end, they wiped me out in the end. And and that's why I'm no contact. So, um, because I know how the story ends. I know how the story ends. With the when you stay around them long enough, I know how it ends for you, for me. I know how it ends. That's why, even though I'm damaged, I'm still vigilant about staying away, because I know how that story ends for sure, and it's not a good story ending to their fantasy for you. Um, but I was thinking today, like, and I was talking to another empath today. I was like, I never even had an escape plan of me actually leaving and surviving on my own. There was no escape plan. You know, they, I, they beat me down to a point where there was no escape plan, except for death, and that's, I've tried that route, and, you know, that's not the way things were supposed to be for me, was to die by my own hand. You know what I mean? It wasn't supposed to end that way, I guess, uh, according to God, but He's the one that put me in that situation in the first place. He put me in that losing situation in the first place. He knew how it was going to end. You know what I mean? Like, why is he mad at me? Why is God mad at me for choosing the only way fathomable that I could think of to get out of the situation? I was born in a cult, one, born in a cult, one, born to psychopath parents, two, and they made me the scapegoat child, three. You can't win. You can't win, and I knew that I knew I couldn't win. So I just threw in the towel early. I threw in the towel early as a child. Um, just like, I can't win here, just threw in the towel, just like, uh, this is a joke. This is just a big joke on me. That's how I felt. This is God's big joke on me to put me in this situation with these type of people. You know what I mean? Like, no intervention. No intervention when I needed God as a child. No intervention. I'm documenting that shit again. So I don't know why he is mad, or anybody gets mad, that I chose uh, death. You know, you know what I mean, more than once, um, because um, when God doesn't defend you in religion, it's a wrap. I thought, it's a wrap. God loves His children. I didn't experience that. I didn't experience that. You know, back then. So I'm like, when I was a kid, I was just like, this God is full of shit. And the older I got, the more evidence is like, yeah, the atheists were right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it went. I'm just like, the people that abuse me are strong religious people on God's team, on God's side, going to all the church functions, going to all the church meetings, doing all the right church things. They're perfect. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm up against. I'm up against these God worshipers, God followers. You know what I'm saying? It's a hard hill to climb from. They labeled me the bad guy. They labeled me the sacrifice. So I'm just like, it's over. I can't beat a religion. It's one of the most powerful religions in the world. I can't beat them. I can't beat my whole family and extended family. I can't beat them if I speak up. I can't beat any of that. And they're on God's religion. So I thought, I thought it was God's religion. That's the way I was taught. And so I thought it was a wrap. I thought it was game over. I can't beat this. I can't beat one of the most powerful religions in the world. I can't beat that. I can't beat my whole family and extended family that's in the most powerful religion in the world. And I can't beat God, that didn't intervene to, to defend me. I can't go up against that either. So it was a wrap. I thought it was over. And so the only time I thought it wasn't over was when uh, my suicide was blocked, basically. This is true. I'm like, uh, my suicide got blocked, and I was just like, and after that was just like, what the hell is happening? I thought it was over. You know what I'm saying? There was no intervention from God for decades to help me, to defend me, decades. And now my suicide gets blocked. So I'm very confused at this point when God blocks my suicide. And so I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I thought it was a wrap. I thought it was game over. My family was on God's side. I wasn't on God's side. I accepted that. I thought it was a game over. It was a wrap. But like, I'm alive still because God intervened and has been helping me. But I don't know. Like, a part of me just wanted to just die in peace because I don't know how to live on my own. I'm learning, but shit, no one taught me shit, just fucking winging it, you know? And so, and I know how hard it is to take yourself out. I know how hard it is to die. Let's just say that. And since I know how hard it is to die, I don't want to walk that road again because I know how hard it is to die. So I'd rather just maybe maybe heal a little bit each day, And I don't want to be locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, no human deserves that. Being abused for a long time and then being locked up. It's just like, I'm better than that shit. I have to be better than that. I have to be better than those two options. So I gotta believe that and get my self-esteem to a point where I'm better than being dead or being locked up. I'm better than that. So I'm trying still. I'm trying things to to heal myself. And someone said they notice a big difference in me today rather from last week. So and since then I've done the energy conference. I did things at the energy conference, and then I went into a theta healing bed today. So I've done a lot of different types of healing lately in the metaphysical arena that helps with like PTSD stuff. So I don't know, maybe I'm making some headway against the PTSD memories, because that's what hinders me the most is the PTSD memories of childhood. That messes with me the most is the childhood stuff, what I went through, by far. Um, Not only does it take my self-esteem away to think about those memories because God didn't intervene. So my self-esteem is like I wasn't even worth God intervening back then when I was a kid. I wasn't even worth it. So I have to build up my self-esteem from that, and I have to love myself for the first time in my life, like actually really love myself for real, like a real love, like looking in the mirror and saying I love you and meaning it type of new stuff. Uh, these are new practices for me to love myself, like for real, um, and not see myself as some piece of trash, like they saw me, like everybody saw me. Um, that's been the big thing. But there are traits that I need to overcome, for sure. That people that empaths keep pointing out to me, um, and it gets kind of annoying, but it's true. Like there are narcissistic traits that I picked up, um, that I need to work on, like because